up with Ms Kash. I pulled up on her at the Black Bite of Seattle. I pulled up, my homie, shout out to Obanayo of the Black Panthers, pulled up. He told me to pull up, so I pulled up and boom, got Ms Kash and the Candy Red, you feel me, thing. And what was the newest song you were dropping?
I played I'm Done For You, produced by the Mechanics.
Ooh,
yeah.
It's the one with Matt Black.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, I was fucking with that. I fuck with Matt Black, so real
Okay.
talk. So
Shout out Matt Black.
Yeah. So I got some questions for you. We had to stay like real and make sure I had some good questions for you. So you're originally from Oakland.
Yes.
Where in Oakland are you?
East Oakland. I grew up in 65th Village. Later, I moved to the Dubs, which is like 26-ish.
Were you up top or lower bottom?
Lower bottom.
Okay. Shout out to Zoe the Roaster. Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much later, I was everywhere. So, but those are the two main spots that I lived for long periods of time.
Do you fuck with Beta Weta?
I know of Beta Weta. We've passed in studio sessions at Livewire.
Oh, nice.
Shout out to Drew.
Shout out to Livewire, man.
Livewire, everybody.
Yeah, man. I remember growing up, going to high school, listening to J Style and HD and all that. So, what was it like being in a recording studio with Livewire and all that?
Normally I would come after because they are like real turned up, and y'all know I'm real mellow. So we would see each other like in passing. Our sessions weren't ever at the same time, so just in passing. But we've done shows together on the same roster. We all started out like around the same time back in the day. Jay Stallin, Shady Nate, Beta Weta. Yeah, shout out guys. But I'm the quiet one of, the bunch. Do my thing in the lane over there.
Slide out and be
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I feel that too, because every day we're trying to avoid idiots. I'm not saying they are, but I'm just dumb shit. I'm any sort of action that we weren't trying to sign up for. We're trying to stay out of that. So, but yeah, shout out to the team, man. Like I fucks with them heavy, man. So I gotta ask you. So what brought you up to Seattle?
Seattle, I actually came to change my life. I had two little boys at the time, and being in Oakland, even like if you a square, quote unquote, you gotta be with this shit a little bit. And me raising boys, I just wanted to see something different and have a different opportunity. So I left everything and like literally came here with luggage and children. I was homeless, went to a shelter, like started over and everything.
What?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. So.
Wow, respect.
Yeah.
Like real respect
like,
too.
Like literally started over.
Damn, because that's I've been to the shelter and that shit is no joke.
It's
like,
not.
Especially with kids and being a woman, down in the Pioneer Square area too. The square is no joke.
Yeah.
So now that you've been up here, got things going, you're chilling out a little bit more. So what do you like about Seattle?
I love the scenery, of course.
We got the
it's
beautiful
so beautiful
gardens
here. That was the first thing that like captured all of me when I got here, because being from the hood, the city, whatever, we don't see this many trees. I'm like, so it's trees everywhere, not just on the side of the highway or everywhere. Beautiful scenery, rivers, lakes, everything. Lots of opportunity here. I love it for that opportunity to do better.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that part.
Okay, so we were having this little discussion about food, and we were talking about Vegan Mob. Shout out to Vegan Mob. We were talking about just different places in the Bay with food spots. So what Seattle food spots do you like to go and eat at?
Right now, I've been on Oxtails.
Oh, okay.
It has to be the specific one on Rainier though. Like that
one in the south end?
Yeah, like by the it's like a playing field or something. The one.
Yep. Right off Genesee. Yeah.
That one, for me, has the best peach cobbler. Like when I go to the other ones, it is not the same. So I know they may be using the same recipe, but I think at that one somebody's putting a little extra, little something on it.
Put their foot in it.
Yeah.
You know, hell yeah.
So that's been my spot for like the past couple of months, like Oxtails, finding like that soul food. I also like down here by the pier, I get clam chowder. I can't remember the name.
Ivers?
Yes. And sit by the water, eat my little clam chowder, mind my business.
Okay, so you know the original Oxtails is in the CD. Right?
Yeah, is that the one on 23rd? Like,
yeah, right off of Garfield, and that's the one that Oprah went to. And
really?
She said, oh
wow.
yeah, Oxtails got the best chicken, and then the owners got bought out because they didn't play their cards right. So the owner of Oxtails actually has a new chicken business called Heaven Sent.
Oh wow.
So if you haven't, Heaven
it.
Sent is like, you know. Also, I would say Lil Reds.
Okay.
And that's right by the that's the passersby. It was all good though.
Okay.
Where's the Little Reds? It's right there off Genesee too. It's right there, probably like a block and a half, right there from these O's too.
I'll have to try it. I'm always on the soul food search. Like I'm still searching for the bright greens, the right cornbread.
Right. I'm sorry, but is Little Reds greens are amazing. You'll love them. Yeah, it's a Jamaican place.
Okay.
They got the jerk chicken and plantain waffles.
Yeah,
you're gonna love it.
We went vegan.
Yeah, before we went walking.
I mean, we still eat the plantain waffle, and every now and again, if we want to spoil ourselves and splurge a little bit, we'll definitely. No bacon.
No bacon. No pork.
No pork. Some brisket though, for sure, or some lamb or something. You know what I'm saying? So, so shout out to the food. Okay. So we was gonna ask you about weed, but you guys don't even smoke. So I was gonna have to ask the quintessential: who got the best weed, Seattle or the Bay?
But guess what? That may be something people don't know about me, that I don't smoke. I might drink like once or twice a year. But lately here since the pandemic, I found that I like margaritas. So I've been at Costco like, what it is? But I'm sober for the most part. A lot of people don't know that. So.
Hey, I ain't supposed to be on the live, but I used to smoke, and I say it's a hard choice. It's more flavors out of California. You know what I mean? Since they went recreational, I don't really know, but it's more flavors down there. And we just kind of intertwine it, so it's a hard choice.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, so my thing is, Cali has got the best weed, but accessibility, Seattle destroys it because if you go to Seattle or if you go to Cali, you might have to deal with some random ass nigga from some random ass hood and get maybe some good, but like in Seattle, even the nerds got killed. I mean, even this is back before you went recreational too. But
I smoke for flavor. Like, you know, a lot of times if it don't taste good, you smoke, a nasty stuff sometimes get you through the roof.
Yeah.
But that flavor, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, like I say, before I quit, I mean, it's a hard choice because it's a lot more varieties out of there, and they just bring it up here. They just bring all the strands up here.
Right.
That's true.
And it's like all them crazy people, they bring it to some crazy white boy up here. And then you be like, hey, what's up, Cody?
But weed ain't never made nobody hurt nobody, man. You know what I mean?
fact.
A regular weed. Now, when you get to doing your little sprinkle them, then
Now that's some New York shit. Like for real. That's some. I remember when I was out in New York, I brought like my vape on me and everything. I was cool. I had some mushrooms on me. I was cool. I was like, okay, boom. Then I had met a dude out there, and I was like, okay, so I'm tired of hitting the cartridge. I want to smoke some weed. He was like, $20 for a gram. I was like, all right, I had it, so I was like, whatever. He hooked me up a little fat. It was like 1.2. I was still sad, and it was definitely sour diesel,
God.
no question.
Wow.
So I wanted to ask you about your pops. We were reading your bio that your
really?
Pops was in the Golden Tones.
Yes.
And so what was that like growing up with like a legend like that? People who, soul music, like real music, I call it.
My dad is the biggest music head. So for me, my dad, when I was born, like I'm one of the last children. So he was already like much older than my mom. So being around him, I learned about the vinyl records, like all of the stashes of records, all the older groups, R&B soul. Like I grew up in the whole different era in the house, even though it was the 80s. I was like back in the 50s and 60s music wise. So I was exposed to like a lot of music. And you'll hear that, like if you really listen to my catalog, you'll hear different sounds that most quote unquote rappers, they wouldn't use the type of beats that I do. So that's always something that plays in the back of my head, all the music that I was exposed to.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool.
Nice. Because I mean, I love old music. I grew up, you know, ransacking my parents' CDs, listening to Midnight Star and Earth, Wind and Fire, and just even just B-sides of stuff, random stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, that I think that probably definitely helped you with your musical taste and everything.
And learning harmonies, like he always told me, anytime you listen to a song, you want to learn how to harmonize with that song. If you're gonna sing anything, just always be able to blend it in. So this album that's coming, you'll hear me blending in with myself, taking new ventures. So
what kind of when's the album coming out?
I don't want to give it a date, but it's in the making. I'm already like 7 songs in, so it'll be coming soon.
Nice. So besides your dad, you know, what were some of the other people that influenced you? You know, rappers or musicians even, or any other people even in your life that affected you musically or just in general?
Musically, I would say when Missy Elliott came on the scene, like I thought that was super duper fly. Like to hear like something so different and to see someone so different. At that time, we hadn't seen like a bigger girl. Well, we had Queen Latifah, but Missy was just like so like different and futuristic and just took over and came like in her own lane. And I've always like respected her. She's an icon in my eyes.
Definitely, Missy Elliott's definitely a top favorite rapper for me, for sure, especially in the females. But I mean, she outdoes a lot of dudes too. I mean, let's just be real.
Producing everything, like her videos were off the charts, still legendary at this point.
Facts. And and not to mention how many songwriters she's written so many people's songs and hasn't even said nothing. You know, Tweet,
nothing at all.
Some of Eve and even male rappers too. So
a lot of people don't know that.
So, and I also seen in your bio too that you ghostwrite.
Yeah.
You know, so what's that like, ghostwriting?
Ghostwriting is mostly singers because I started out with poetry, so it's easier for me to actually write songs, R&B songs, things like that. It just flows out, and I don't want no credit, just put my name on your credits and we're good. Right.
You ain't got to shout me out, just make sure my royalties is
right.
So I wanted to ask you, you got to work with a lot of famous people in the industry and just even like people like Yo-Yo and Snoop Dogg and all these. So I wanted to know, how many of these people did you get to work with face to face and get to slapping hands and all that?
I've been on stages with everybody I mentioned in my bio. Wow. So the thing is, I'm not one of those people who ride waves or name drop. Like for you read my bio, so you know. A lot of people, you wouldn't know that if you didn't read about Ms Kash, because I don't like to ride anyone's wave. I am my wave. I want my name to be my name, not attached. Oh, she's with so-and-so, so I'm gonna go listen to her music. No, listen to it because you want to listen to it, not because I'm related to so-and-so or I know so-and-so or I wrote for so-and-so, none of that. Like, really mess with Ms Kash. So those are things most people don't know either.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, speaking on being on stage, what was some of the craziest moments you've ever been through on stage? Because I know the stage is a different place.
I think the craziest thing to this day would be a freestyle battle that I had here in Seattle that people, well, actually 2 of them, but the one I'm talking about was at HD's, which is now gone.
HD Hotspurs?
Yes.
Oh man.
Oh my God. There was this other female artist there. I still don't know who she is to this day. She had performed before me with some guys, and when I came on the stage, like, she started taking stuff personally, I guess, that I was saying in the song. She comes back towards the stage, wants to fight me, and I'm like confused, like, what happened? So I tell them, cut the music. I start freestyling. She gets even more mad, but she doesn't want to like battle on the mic.
Right.
But she want to fight.
Oh, wow.
So I'm laughing the whole time, and everybody's just like, get her out of here. And I'm just like confused. What's was that about? Still to this day, if you're out there, what was that about?
Wow.
I rap. It's music. Like,
Right.
calm down.
Maybe she was mad because she was opening for you, basically.
I don't know. I still don't know.
That's crazy, man. HD
Yeah.
Hotspurs, man. That's that's back when man, I remember, was that the one right by the Seattle? No, that was Element Lounge. They had one right by that one changed a bunch of times too. Like right by what was it, DV8?
I think so.
Yeah, there's so many right behind that Seattle building. So man, those times
funny.
went down in the town. So obviously you're speaking on Bay Area shit. We're speaking on what are some of your favorite Seattle rappers? Do you fuck with Seattle like that? You fuck with us out here like that?
You know what? I am gonna speak on a Seattle rapper that I found like a week ago.
Oh shit.
This is recent. I want to give a shout out to A Crook. His real name is Anthony Robinson, and he's an older guy. I don't know him. All I saw was somebody post a video on my timeline, and I'm like, oh, a Seattle rapper. Let me click on it. I listened to that man's video, looked him up. His whole album, like, he is spitting game. He's transparent about his life. He has the lyrics, the delivery, the beats, everything. And I'm very critical of rappers, but that man got me. Like, you're literally on my playlist. You're probably the only independent rapper on my playlist, besides me. Yeah. Yeah, you guys need to check him out. He's dope.
A Crook?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I would say B. Cole. Have you ever heard of him?
I've heard that name.
He's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's in, but I don't know if he just signed a deal or not. Nacho Picasso is also kind of a weirdo rapper. He's dope though, but he's dope because he kind of, I feel like a lot of times the thing about Seattle rappers is that we have a lot, like me growing up, when I listened to the East Coast, I listened to the Bay, I listened to the South, and I pulled game from everybody.
Me too.
And I didn't necessarily have like Seattle is so molding, like it doesn't necessarily have like a specific style,
Sound,
you know what I mean, or a sound, exactly. And so I got to like be able to pull from some of these people, and I think Nacho Picasso is one person that really makes, like, when you think of Seattle, you can think of Nacho Picasso's sound, and it's like, it sounds like Seattle, weird rapper, you know, drugs and tats, and I mean, that's Seattle, you know, it's part of us. So, speaking on the Kitchen Couch TV, smoking, eating, talking shit, you know what time it is. We wanted to talk about food. Obviously, we talked about earlier food, but I wanted to know what's a dish that you make, and what's a dish that your like mama or your grandma makes that really brings you home and comfort and all that, like that you gotta grandmama, auntie,
I would
cousins.
say my specialty would be my oxtails. Like, my husband goes crazy over oxtails, and I took like my mom's recipe, but then of course I had to put the remix on it, and you know, but he will drop everything. He's I can't work overtime. My wife making oxtails today. I gotta go.
Will you speak on this?
Man, them oxtails, dude, I don't know. I don't know what she do because I don't watch. I just know that, dude, they fall off the oxtails. It's not the same. You know, and I ain't knocking nobody oxtails because they probably good to you.
Right.
But I don't know. Her oxtails are fire, man.
Thank you.
They got like kind of like an island flavor. You kind of just blend in it, a little barbecue,
a little
or
kick of spice, a little, you know, seasoning, everything. But the main thing is like falling off the bone. Like, I will cook them all day in different settings, different environments. I'm not gonna give away my recipe.
right.
Yeah, can't make that all the time.
Especially now with all these white folks buying up oxtail shit. Now they're like $14, $15 a pound. They used to be like $7 a pound. It was nothing. Nobody even thought about oxtail unless she was from the island or whatever.
Delicacy. Yeah.
No, man, I love me some oxtails growing up too. And I when you said old folks oxtails, I definitely had some old folks oxtails before, and they like them chewy.
Exactly.
I don't like them chewy.
Me
I need them.
either. No.
You know?
Tender, falling. Oh
Yeah. So, I wanted to ask you, one of the last things I had to ask you, and I ask a lot of people this, actually, kind of a two-parter. One is, what's the message that you have in your music, or what, like, if somebody's going to listen to your music, what would you want to say your overall message is, or messages?
Honesty in everything that I do. The album that I'm working on is called Conflicted, because at this point in my life, it's like I've evolved, but I'm still not there. So you'll hear like the growth and the maturity. And also when I'm on my inspirational and all that, I'm on it. But then on the flip side, I'm still battling with the old me. So I am turned up sometime. I am about that life. I am ready to get it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so you'll hear the balance of both, but the main thing is being honest and transparent. So you get to know the real me. It is what it is.
So, okay, no, that's a fact too, because you know what, doing a lot of these interviews, what I notice is that some of these rappers are just really not who they say they are. They're just really not, and it's so funny too, because you know, somebody growing up with music, my thing is, as long as you're saying something that's real, and you got a dope message, you got a dope beat, you got a dope flow, you know, just speak your truth.
Right.
Speak your truth. It don't gotta be, you know, if you're from Lower Bottom, talk about Lower Bottom. If you're from Queen Anne, talk about Queen Anne, you know. It's all good as long as you're, you know, mixing flavors like the oxtail, you know what I'm saying, and cooking them all day.
Sativa
That's the thing. I never want to come across as the rapper that's fronting. Anything you see me do, any car, didn't I pull up in the red thing?
Oh, that's a
They
fact.
think that's just for show. That's real life. MCM, nothing bootleg, nothing. If I'm not doing it for real, I'm not going to do it at all.
That's a fact. Would you say Sativa?
Oh, Sativa Genetics said, I heard they skimping and making kangaroo tails.
I heard that too. No, I heard that too. I was reading it online. I'm like, don't tell me they got kangaroo tail. No.
You know what though? We actually had a chance to try kangaroo.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it chewy?
It tastes like beef,
tastes
just
like
really lean,
Yeah.
like very lean
less
beef.
oily beef.
Yeah.
And we bought it.
Kinda
and
gritty, honestly.
We bought it ground cold specifically, and I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna make this. Boom. So I basically made like a shepherd's pie, sort of, and it was bomb. Was it?
Oh yeah, no, it was good. It was
If you
so
know what
similar
it
to
is.
beef, but it was weird eating kangaroo. You
Yeah.
know, you're like
Knowing
in
that
your
you
head,
can
you're just like okay, I'm eating a kangaroo though. Like, and to us here, you know, it's like they're cute and kind of weird and like, you know, they're not. But to them they're like a pest.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we eat them, we kill them, we don't care because they're like a pest. They're like
literally
rodents to
rats
them, pretty
with,
much.
like,
they're just
that hop around.
big ones.
Basically.
So,
big old
yeah.
rats. And so, okay, my last question to you is, what would you tell the younger Ms Kash, what you know now? Or what would you tell even younger people that are following the wave or following anything?
To be yourself, and trends only last for so long. That's why I never follow them, and no matter how cool it seems, it's uncool it seems, do it anyway. Don't be in that box. That box, that was never me. So young Ms Kash, young female rapper, don't listen to the industry. Don't allow them to change you. You're fine in your body. You know, if they came for you, wanting you to get a deal and all this, they saw the real you. So don't change that.
Right.
That's a fact. Hey, Kitchen Couch TV, you know what time it is. We smoking, eating, talking shit with Ms Kash. I want to thank you for pulling up, you know what I'm saying?
No problem.
And
Thank you for having me.
yes.
Anything else you want to say to your
Any
viewers
shout-outs
or
or-
anything?
Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I hope you get to know the real Ms Kash. I know I'm usually quiet. I just make music and put it out, but hopefully you learn something new about me.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.